you got to stop and think about polling sites. This is like way too easy to manage. If you are able to forward think and know that this is coming right down the road. James Barnes Business. We are going to talk about polling sites today. If you're a candidate and you are not thinking about polling sites, or if you're a volunteer, if you're working with the campaigns and helping them come up with strategies and you haven't thought about polling sites, you got to stop and think about polling sites. This is like way too easy to manage. If you are able to forward think and know that this is coming right down the road. A lot of the candidates are out there. If you've done this before, you know how hard it is. Let me just give you the quick stats. 50 early voting sites. 50. Now, we're not going to even talk about election day because they're going to be all over the place. But just to manage the 50 locations, there's going to be 118 hours at every single site that they're going to be open. That's, the early voting numbers, I'll give you real quick. It starts, that's 25 days away. That's why we're talking about it today. That's like 3 weeks and change. So you have to be ready. You can't be caught running around in circles at this point. It's going to take money to get signs there. It's going to take time and effort to get volunteers there, and just make sure it's covered correctly. Make sure you understand where the vote is going to come. I mean, the priorities and all that stuff. So this is easy stuff. And it drives me insane if you're not ready. There's no excuse if you're a candidate, because we need great candidates that know how to get organized and win, and then go to Austin or go to DC or go to the city hall and get organized and win there too. If you're not able to organize and win, then we can't win in those other places because we're not going to be there. We're not going to have a seat. And so it's critical we get organized and have a forward-thinking mind. To be prepared, I'm just giving you guys that. So 50 sites, super easy. There's going to be roughly 12 sites per commissioner's court. You can look at the precincts. In fact, I'm giving y'all can download it. You can ask me for it. If you want it, ask me. I'll send you over a worksheet that will help you organize. It's kind of already aligned, but I'm going to leave it up to you to ask me for the worksheets. If you want it, I'll give it to you. But here's basically what it looks like. You got 50 sites. We know they're going to be open, and I'm going to put it right here. You can see it right here. We got election day starting on the 17th, and that's a one day, and it's open from 8 to 6, and and then the next day, and that's 10 hours, by the way. You got 10 hours to engage the voter. Hear me out. You're sending mailers to people. They are not guaranteed to vote. You're knocking on doors. They're not guaranteed to vote. You're doing everything in your human power to get people to get attention to you because you have something to say, but they're not guaranteed to vote. Where are you absolutely 100% guaranteed they're voting? At the polling site. You can't go wrong. It's not a hit and miss. They're there to vote. That's your last opportunity, or maybe your first opportunity if you haven't made your case. So you have to be prepared, because it's no longer that game of who's coming. It's the game of who are they voting for at that point. And so these are critical. So you need to man your sites correctly, because you got that opportunity. Where are they voting at, and so forth. So let me just talk through this real quick. You got 11 days of early voting. Should be able to schedule it really easy for your team. You should know where your polling sites are. This thing has precincts on it, so that should be easy for you. So just a quick, where am I going to have my people at? I'll give you an example. There's 50 sites. So if you're just going to do 10 signs per site on a countywide, nobody's doing this, but countywide, and 10, that's 500 signs. You know how expensive that is? And if that's 50 sites, that's 50 times 11 days. And that's, if you're going to man it, that's 50 times, there's 118 hours total per site, and you have to man. At least one person will take 118 hours. And so you need to figure out who's on your team, who's coming out, get them scheduled now, make the calls. This is what it takes to win. Do what it takes to win. So let me ask these questions real quick. How many sites do you need to cover? Probably somewhere between 10 and 12, probably something like that. I don't know. You have to figure the math. Everybody's different. How many signs do you need per site? This is up to you. One sign's not going to cut it, and 100 is probably too much. So, figure it out. You have to know your budget, where you're going to get the signs from, who's going to put them there. Next question: how many volunteers do you need per site? 118 hours divided by however many volunteers you got. If you got one volunteer, that's a lot of work. That's going to be a tired volunteer. So the more volunteers you got, the less tired they'll be, and the more grateful they will be to be on your team, because they know you have the power to bring and influence people to help out, not just one person. How much campaign material do you need per site? Once again, that will depend on the volume at the site. And this is something that we know. We know today what the volume is going to be tomorrow. We know it. We know it because we have history, and we know which sites brought a lot of people, which sites kind of didn't, who's voting where and what and how. These are not surprises. So if you're not prepared for any of this, then I don't know what to tell you. It's not that complicated. And then, of course, like I said, what is your site priority? Because some sites will have lulls and heavy times, and other ones will be just absolutely crazy. There's certain days that have spikes, certain days that don't. There's certain lulls. So knowing all this, you can plan accordingly. So you're always welcome to call me and hire me. I'm inexpensive, but I ain't free, so don't even try it. But that being said, this is free. So if you want me to send this to you, I'm not going to work it for you. I'll just give you the basic material, and then you have to go in there and kind of put in the numbers yourself. But I got you started. I asked the questions. Now go in there, figure it out, schedule it, get it on your wall, make sure it's happening. And if you want me to do it for you, call me. We'll do it. We'll figure something out for you real quick and easy. Barnes Business. Make sure you man your polling sites. Victory requires you know what you're doing. And